Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network.
My head is still spinning right now over what she just said seconds before we jumped in. And I wish I had it at my fingertips to go back to maybe 2 weeks ago in a podcast where she talked about a certain retrograde and how it would have world implications, even connected to war. And she did say that. Look what's going on now. It's all about astrology, a lot of craziness happening around the planets. If you're feeling a little edgy, a little tense, there's a reason why. She's going to tell us all about it. She is a psychological astrologer. Carmen Turner Schott is back with us. Hello, Carmen.
Hi, Steve. How are you? This has been a very intense week around the world. I mean, the energy, I think people can just feel this energy. And you know, we were feeling this energy with all these retrogrades we talked about kind of building up. And the main culprit in a lot of this is Pluto, the planet of power, aggression, secrets, unexpected things coming up. And Pluto has been retrograde, and it went direct on October 10th. This past week, it started spinning the right way. And what happens is right before a planet goes retrograde, there's major changes that usually affect the whole world. And now when it goes direct, it affects the whole world. And it's like all of these things happen this week on the news, as everyone has been watching play out this, war, Israel's at war. And so what also added to this week, astrologically, just looking that astrology's energy, you can see and feel this energy playing out in the news and in the world. Mars is the planet of war. It's the planet of violence. It's the planet of aggression. And it went into Scorpio, a new sign, on the 12th of October, which was yesterday. And when in Scorpio energy, we talk about, when Mars, the planet of war, goes into Scorpio, Scorpios are about revenge and vengeance. And there's a lot of anger, and there's a lot of people that are very hurt and angry. And it's like, we're going to strike back. And that's what's going on, intensifying everyone's emotions and seeing these horrible things on the news and these horrible acts happening. So it's something we're all feeling it across the world. Yeah. Our family, our friends, I know I have a lot of friends that have family over there in Israel. And I was just talking to a client of mine that she was going to be going to a trip over there with a whole group. And I got worried, and I reached out to her, and it was going to be in like a couple weeks. So now, of course, all these trips are canceled, but there's people traveling there. There's Americans there. So this week has been an astrological intense week. Even if you don't believe in astrology, people are impacted by this Pluto direct and Mars and Scorpio energy. And you can see it play out in our real life.
Well, you called it. You said it weeks ago. And of course, when you hear things like that, it's like, all right, yeah, it's not going to happen. You don't want it to happen, but it did. So that being said, and we got a lot to talk about today, but since the planets can give us insight to the future, what are you feeling in the next week, 2, maybe 3?
Well, we were talking about how Pluto is going to, when a planet like Pluto changes signs, which it's going to, it's been in Capricorn. When it goes into Aquarius, I think that happens in 2024. So we're already in October. So we just have, less than 6 months. It's going to be moving into Aquarius, and it's going to be still go, Capricorn, Aquarius energy, old traditions. Pluto in Capricorn right now is about what we've always done, history. And look at everything going on with this energy is based on ancient history. I mean, This has been going on since the beginning of time. This is Scorpio is tradition, history, the old way. Aquarius is all about the new way. Change, explosive change is going on across the world. And it's because of, I believe, the energies of these celestial cycles, which affect life on Earth. The moon cycle, all of this affects life on Earth. And astrologers can predict and see certain events, and now we can go back in history and know Pluto was doing this when this happened, and now we can see in the future. I just saw a lady that was predicting a lot of stuff this week, an astrologer, of all these things that she predicted to happen, went back in history to talk about different wars, different events, and now we're seeing it play out again. It's like, history repeats itself, kind of energy. But the other reason that it kind of happened this week, or the past 2 weeks have been intense, but is because we have this solar eclipse new moon that starts on Saturday. And this is going to be intense because you'll be able to see, they call it the ring of fire. You may be able to, if you're in a place, you might see a ring of fire around it. And what I was looking up is there's a partial, annular, and total eclipses is what we call them. And there's 5 eclipses every year, okay, that are one of those kind of 3, and 2 solar eclipses per year. So it's not a lot. 2 solar eclipses per year. And there's a total eclipse can only happen during a new moon. And so that's what we're having Saturday. So the way the sky is, you can only have a solar eclipse, a total one during a new moon. So we have the new moon in Libra. We have the sun in Libra. What Libra is about democracy. Libra is about fairness, justice, the scales of balance, so to speak. So, and its polar opposite is Aries, the god of war, the god of vengeance, the god of passion, aggression. So there's this balance that is happening in the world, and with all the countries are having to collaborate and partner. What does Libra rule? Partnership. Look at all of the list of the countries that are coming on board to support, right? Trying to, show their support for the world. So this is the energy of Libra right now. This new moon, this total solar eclipse in Libra. I mean, this is a time where I think they're going to negotiation. Libra rules negotiations. There's a lot of negotiations going on for the hostages. All of these things, all of this energy of Aries and Libra is playing out in the world stage right now.
Would you say that a couple of different things going on here? Those retrogrades combined with the eclipses, would the eclipses and that whole new moon situation, is that almost like more fuel for the fire?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Things are, and Mars and Scorpio added a lot more fuel to the fire, because Mars, the planet of war, the planet of rage, is the sign Scorpio, which every sign has its dark and light personality traits, right? But Scorpio's is the sign, can be dark, because Scorpio rules death, destruction. It rules vengeance, jealousy, anger. So there's this feeling of, we want justice. And this is the Libra energy. We want justice for what has been done that's wrong. Libra rules the legal system, justice and fairness. And they want to see the scales balanced. And this is what the whole world is feeling right now with this energy. And
based on all of that, would you also say that you said the, ancient times and the new? So Aquarius, and I think it was, I can't think of the other sign. Aquarius is the sign of moving forward. There's another one.
Capricorn,
Capricorn.
Tradition.
Okay. Do you think that it's almost like a perfect storm of these colliding at this particular time, because the challenges that are going on right now go back many years?
Oh yeah.
Now, right? It's all happening all at once. We get the new, the old, all meeting together. Then you have the eclipses, this whole big thing.
Yes.
It's big.
Yes.
It's big.
It's big. This is not going to go away anytime soon. We're going to be talking about this probably weekly. So the cool thing, wow. the thing that I think is going to happen, but it's going to bring all of the people of the world together, all of the countries that were like we are the human race. Like, this is what Aquarius does. It's all about humanity and the whole society and everyone as a group helping each other in a large scale way. This is what Aquarius energy is. And so, when Pluto went into Aquarius before, there was the French Revolution. But you can see right now, there's people that are picketing in America. There are rallies going on for both sides. I mean, there's a lot of intense Pluto Mars energy going on the streets of America right now. I saw that New York, I think I saw, had to do some shutdowns of some things for safety.
Synagogues.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like today there was a threat to the world today. And so everyone's, heightened security, which I think this energy is going to be really intensified through the end of this month. This is what I'm seeing, because not only that, we have a lunar eclipse with a full moon in Aries. We have this moon in Aries. Full moon is coming with the lunar eclipse in Taurus on the 28th of October. So we have another whammy coming in a couple weeks. And what it is, guys, just think of it as intensified energy. I mean, you can just feel it. A lot of people are very sensitive. Like, you can call a person an empath. Some people know that they're sensitive to other people's energy. Some people know, like I can't hardly watch the news. I have to turn it off because it makes me sick. I physically get sick and I just can't. So I have to get breaks. So, if you're sensitive to these things, it's probably what it is, because when things happen in the world, they affect all of us. We're all connected. We're all souls. We're all energy.
We're all energy.
And it's all energy. And that energy is a ripple effect across the whole world. I mean, that's why Reiki works. You can do Reiki from a distance and send someone love and healing. It's a positive energy. When there's negative energy in the world, we feel it. We feel the pain of people that are suffering and lost loved ones, and then people that are around us that are afraid, fear. And I think some of these things this is all going to intensify. And I think in April next year, there's going to be a lot more things happen because of Pluto, and because there's going to be a total solar eclipse, which only happens every 2 years, on April 8th, 2024. So there's going to be a lot of things. And there's going to be total darkness for 4 minutes and 27 seconds on April 8th. Yeah, it's pretty cool. And but I think there's a lot of predictions. There's a lot of people have been saying this forever, is that these kind of things that are happening right now, a lot of people are afraid because they feel like it's biblical. It's in the book of Revelation. People start getting a little bit of fear, and I'm trying to be positive to say, that's the negative way to look at it. The positive way to look at it is the people of the world. It's going to force us to come together to see each other as humanity. Like, we're not separate. You know what I mean? So some of these things, I believe, are God's plan. And that's why astrology was created, and it triggers events, because this is not chance. Everything that's happening is destined to happen. It's like timing of these energies, right? And we can't change where the moon is going and the planets, and what's happening here in our solar system. These things are part of the plan of the universe. And so we're here on Earth during this time, and we just have to try to be positive and try to help people. We're here to help each other. That's what it's about. And that's why I like on the news when they show those good stories of people saving people and rescuing them and coming together, all religions, all races, everyone helping each other. That's what Aquarius is about. That's Aquarius. That's Pluto and Aquarius. Like, we're humans. It has nothing to do with our religions, anything else. We're all one. We're the same. We breathe air, right?
This just reinforces what I learned astrology to be. And it's basically a timeline. That's it. You can't really change time. It's just moving forward. And these are the things that are placed on the timeline based on the movement of the planets. What can we do about all this stuff?
What I sat down here last night, and I was thinking the same thing. So what I recommend is that whatever you believe, just meditate, do self-care, make sure you're taking care of you, and take some time just for reflection and to put some positive light, good energy out into the world. That's what I'm doing. Just surround yourself with the positive energy, see it going out across the whole world. There's the meditation of twin hearts. It's a pranic healing meditation that pranic healing's like it's a healing modality that you move people's energy, you heal them. And they have this awesome CD. You can probably get it on YouTube or anywhere. And it leads you through this whole meditation of sending light to not just yourself and the whole world, to see the whole world in light and love. And if a lot of people do that, I do believe it helps. I know that energy healing can help people's wounds heal faster. There's research on this. I
So
mean, even from
absolutely.
a distance. I mean, you don't have to touch someone to send them healing and energy. We need to elevate there's all these theories, raise our vibration. You see this a lot on social media. We need to raise our vibration. We need to all, those of us that are lucky, that are not impacted, that we are not over there right now or in this losing loved ones. I mean, it's hurting us, but imagine the people that are there right now dealing with this, and even our folks, our people. There's things going on we don't even know, right? There's helpers being sent to help people, so giving them prayers and courage, and that's the biggest thing we can do. And everything is playing out this month with Libra energy, because the sun's in Libra, the moon isn't there. Got a new moon in Libra. We got all this Libra energy, and Libra is about finding balance. And look what's happening in our house, the Speaker of the House thing. They're trying to figure out, and then somebody stepped down. So there's a lot of arguments, and it's like reclaiming what is right and finding justice, fairness, balance. But guess what? Aries and Libra is all about arguing and debating and trying to come to a middle ground. And that's what's happening right now in our political system, right? And in the world. Like, what can countries do? What's the timing? Waiting, negotiating, compromising, trying to, time it out right, what people do at this in history. This is a historic week. This is a historic event.
Well, look what happened.
It's going to change it changes everything, because nothing's going to be the same after this.
So, couple of questions, and then we're going to talk a little bit more about the eclipse that's happening tomorrow.
Oh yeah.
We, back in August, we're talking about the Mercury retrograde, which was a more impactful one than usual. And
oh yeah,
we talked about that. That whole crazy time for 3 weeks, would you say that was more tumultuous, more, I'm trying to find descriptive words, angst-filled, tense, than what's going on right now?
No, what's going on right now is way worse. It's way more powerful.
Okay.
This is going to be more powerful, and it's going to affect us for a long period of time. Where Mercury retrograde, it passes, like we said, within 4 to 6 weeks, sometimes 8 weeks. We're still feeling the effects, which I do believe I am. But this is the whole world. You can't deny what we're going to be feeling right now, because the two most powerful planets in the birth chart, as far as powerful energy, is Pluto and Mars. And those two planets, because you think about it, Pluto was found when nuclear power was created. So that's when they discovered the planet Pluto. So that's why its energy has to do with life on Earth and what we were doing. And it represents cataclysmic change, is Pluto. Cataclysmic changes. That means you will never be the same. The world we will not be the same. Our lives, our feelings, our thoughts, our beliefs. So this is a huge time. This Pluto transit, Capricorn, Aquarius, Pluto going direct, though, really is going to his unearth things. Because if you think about Pluto, what happens? Pluto is about what's hidden underneath the ground in the dark. And then it's always exposed. So look what was exposed. They broke through the wall. They had secret tunnels. They've never got through this wall. And all of a sudden, Pluto goes direct. It's like the secret is into the light. It's like everything that was bad, that was hidden and dark and uncomfortable, nobody wants to look at it. Now it's seen. Now, whether that's hate, whether that's rape, whether that's war, people against us, it's revealed. The truth is revealed during Pluto direct, because it brings it to light. It's like Pandora's box opened up and everything came out for everyone to see.
I wish there was some tech issues, and I can't hear you. Like,
Oh yeah.
I love you, but that's our reality.
Yeah.
We have a couple of minutes. I don't want to take time away from the eclipse info. Real quick.
Yes.
Simple question. Financially, people are talking about recession and all of this stuff, especially with the situation, the war situation. What are you feeling? What are you seeing?
Well, with the whole money thing, we're in the Jupiter retrograde in Taurus. And so what a Taurus energy rules the second house of money, finance, and everything. Tauruses don't like change. Tauruses worry about security. So that energy of worry about financial security, worrying about paying our bills, worrying about our mortgages, worrying about our jobs, there's going to be more fear going on because Jupiter is in Taurus retrograde, affecting the whole world. So everyone's going to be watching, especially what's going on. Gas prices, food, all of these things have already been going up. We've already been having these high prices, what called a recession, whatever.
Yeah.
It's only, I don't see it getting better until after December. And I think we could see a government shutdown. We could see a lot of things that are going to pat people's income, because, you don't get paid during that. If you work for the government, military do not get paid if there's a government shutdown, and they still have to deploy and do their jobs. So there's a lot of that kind of thing playing out in the world right now. But I think that I think there's predictions. I read somewhere online, astrologer believes that the stock market's going to be shocked. This is what he's predicting about gold, that it's gold, gold, gold. He said investments in gold, like real gold. And there's something with this. And he said that they don't even see it coming. This is what I saw his little prediction. And I'm like, oh, this is interesting. So I've been researching, and he tells what astrological things he's seen with that and why. And there will be a crash of things, and he thinks that especially the home market, the housing market, there's going to be some issues with the housing market because people not being able to pay their mortgages, the interest rate's so high, and a lot of it's kind of like we saw years ago when we had the big crash with the housing market. And I just saw a movie about it. I keep what is it called? It has a bunch of famous actors in it. The Switch, or I can't remember what it is, but it's like these young stock market kids. They saw what was going on, but no one would believe them. And then they started watching the data, and everybody thought they were crazy on Wall Street, and they predicted this whole thing. It's like a true story. And I know, right? And in astrology, there are astrologers that specialize in the stock market. And I'm not like a master at the start, but there are some out there if you Google, and they can be able, I'm sure they have lots of predictions on what to buy, what not to get. And I heard about gold. And I've been seeing this on podcasts, like get gold, have gold, because money won't be valuable. You'll need like gold and silver. I mean, you see those commercials, right?
Yeah, but I remember getting rid of my gold and silver 2008. It's like,
yeah, right.
That was a big deal. Gold was at an all-time high. You go to places. So we have a few minutes left. Can we pick top 3 things we should know about the eclipse happening this weekend?
So big eclipse is there's going to be big energy changing for your life. It's something in your life, in an area of your life, is going to have a massive transformation, and we have to let the past go and move forward once and for all. So what's important to do, you can go to astro.com. You can Google, do your chart, do your transit chart. You really want to know, where is this new moon in your transit chart? What area of life is this new moon in Libra affecting? Is it affecting your home and family? Is it affecting your money house or your work? And so you really need to do a transit chart to see where is that new moon energy. And the new moon is conjunct my Pluto in my second house of money and finance. And I'm like, oh man, So tomorrow, I don't know. I mean, so we're going to see things happening. And these, everyone has a different chart. Everyone has a different way that this new moon and this eclipse is going to affect them. There will be change, but it could express in a different area of life for all of us. It could be someone's health. It could affect them. It could affect someone else's job, their money, right? Their loved ones. And so I recommend doing a birth chart and get a transit report, just a free transit chart to see where that new moon is tomorrow in on your birth chart, which is the map of your soul that never changes. But see where that new moon is falling. And I've had people writing me, Carmen, I'm worried. This eclipse is on my Pluto, on my sun, and they're asking me a lot of questions, and I'm telling them, just hang in there. This energy it'll release, but it's not going to go away for a while. I would say even into 2024, we're going to be feeling this tension.
From this point forward, from
either
the planet retrogrades or even just the new moon could be.
Mars and Scorpio. It's Pluto direct. It's the Libra energy. It's everything. Yeah.
Whoa.
It's a lot. Yeah. But we're strong, and we just got to try to be positive. And we got to, these things are meant to happen for a reason. We don't always know why. And we just have to not let it affect us living our lives. So I know it's hard. Like, I just want to stay inside and not go anywhere this whole week.
I hear you. Well,
and I'm like, I got to go to work. I got to get up and live, right, and do things. So don't let it, get you where you don't want to go out and continue to live.
Just be aware. If in your transit, there's something that you should be aware of financially, maybe pay a little bit more mind. If you were thinking of, buying a new car right now, maybe think about that a little bit more. I'm not saying don't buy one. You need one. You got to do what you got to do, but maybe think about the deal, or just maybe an extra step before you jump into it. Things like that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
And watch your temper, hold your tongue, wait, and take a break before you say or do something that you'll regret, because your emotions are going to everyone's emotions are so heightened. That's why there's more arguments. There's more. Yeah. And just take a break and just don't have that discussion with someone if you're feeling that anger and that Mars and Scorpio energy wants to cut like a knife. And don't let it ruin your relationships right now. Just try to be more compassionate with people and give them the benefit of the doubt. Don't take things personal. That's the guidance I'm giving myself. Don't take things personal during the next month or so here. Just step back and be careful what you say and do, and try not to take things personal. It's hard to do. I know.
It's hard to do, but I got it. But at least we have a reason for why we could be feeling just all tense and just,
it's astrological energy. It is no doubt about it in my mind. It's 1% to me. Yeah.
Crazy time. Your website is your name, right? Carmen Turner Schott, and Schott is SCHOTT.com. You have some great books to give more insight, and you're available for readings as well. If somebody wants to do a deeper dive, and honestly, I can go online, the stuff you talk about, the transit charts, I don't even know what I'm looking at. That's why I've got, go to Carmen.
Yeah, you can come to my website, www.carmenturnerschott.com. You can put your birth info in, and I can send you your birth wheel. And, and if you happen to be listening, to this, if you want to know where the lunar eclipse is affecting you and what house, I can even look at your transit chart. Just reach out to me and contact me through my website. Yeah.
Awesome. Always great talking with you. Always learn a lot. And the answer why things are a little wonky right now, it's in the stars, and we gotta ride it out, but be mindful of it. I appreciate you, and thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you. Have a good weekend. Hang in there.
Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network.